All right, everybody, we'll go ahead and get started. Tonight is a very special night. This is the first webinar for two of our amazing team members that have decided they are going to step up to the plate. Actually, I decided for them. I think I twisted their arm. I'm just kidding. And asked them to just help us out because they are true leaders. Our first person that's going to go through the front part of this webinar tonight, it's his very first time, but his name is Jeff Buttrick. You're probably all familiar with him on Facebook. You're probably all his friends. And if you're not, you definitely need to be because he is so amazing. Make sure you go there and steal his research, steal his posts, because that's what I do. Just to make myself look smart because that's what he does. He is so good at finding articles on sugar, finding articles on just network marketing, diabetes, anything that you can imagine that would go hand in hand with our business. So he's always looking for things to post and help us out. He calls me every morning just to tell me and Troy to have a good day. I mean, that's the kind of guy he is. He's just so positive and upbeat and always happy and in a good mood. I always tease with him. I'm like, do you ever get mad? Because I don't think he does. So he's a Crown Diamond. He was actually the first person we sponsored in this business. We kind of fight over who contacted him first. I say that I contacted him. Troy says he does. Since Troy's not on the webinar tonight, we'll go ahead and say that I won that argument. So without further ado, which is always what Jeff says, I'm going to bring Jeff Buttrick out of Cape Cod, Massachusetts on the line, and he's going to help us out with the first part of the presentation, and then I'll be back on to introduce our next very special guest. So Jeff, are you there? Jeff, are you muted? Jeff? Okay, let me see if I can unmute you because he's not there. Okay, well, while he's trying to maybe get audio, he's there, but he's not talking. He's telling me he's there. Jeff, type me a message. Can you talk? While he's figuring out his audio, can you guys hear him? Because I can't. Somebody else type and let me know if you can hear him. No. Jeff, you're going to have to go find your phone number probably and unmute yourself because nobody can hear you. Now talk. Are you there?
Hello?
No. Oh, hi. We're going to mute you. Jeff, are you there? Okay, I'll do it for you.
Thank you. Now it says I'm no longer muted. Can you hear me?
There you go. And while we're at it, yesterday was Lyle's birthday, and that's another amazing team player. We're so blessed to have him in Canada on our team. So, Lyle, we just want to wish you a happy birthday. We're super excited to be working with you and can't wait to meet you. So go ahead, Jeff. Sorry about that. I kind of interrupted you.
No. I think you had me muted out. I was trying to talk, but that's okay. Well, Dana, you're awfully humble. If you guys don't know, Troy's kind of the face of the Dana and Troy team, the Team Triple Diamond group. But Dana's a heartbeat, and as everyone knows, without a heartbeat, you're not living. Dana does all the work behind the scenes. Troy does most of the upfront work. But without Dana, we would have no PowerPoints, we'd have no conference calls, we'd have no webinars, we'd have no emails, we'd have no Facebook pages, we'd have nothing because Dana does it all. So she likes to give credit to everywhere else except herself, but seeing as she's not on right now and she muted herself, I can give her the credit now because she deserves it. She's an amazing leader, an amazing person to be working with. But anyway, we're Team Triple Diamond because that's where we all want to be, is Triple Diamond where Dana and Troy have reached. We all want to be there. They want us to be there. So we're going to move on to Ludaxx, the name of the company. Some people, when you give them a business card or a PowerPoint, they're not quite sure how to pronounce that. Well, it's really kind of neat the way the ownership came up with a name. We all know that Jimmy and Jafong Lu is this last name, so that's the LU, and then they have two sons, Daniel and Andrew, and that's where the DNA comes from. And the exciting part is the two X's. That's for the distributors and the customers. That's us. So as part of the name, they included us, the distributors and the customers, which is kind of exciting to know that they when they put this company together, were thinking of us. What I kind of started this off with is we're a team, and as a team, we work together for everything, and we can achieve more in putting this all together. Without everybody pulling their weight, pulling their piece of the puzzle, everything can get done bigger and faster and quicker. So our purpose in Ludaxx in doing this is to, address major health problems that we have in the United States and worldwide. And we try to eliminate the problem for millions and millions of people. And how do we do that? Is the founders of the company believe in balancing our health. And how they're doing is with the products we have, and we have a special guest on tonight to talk a little bit about that. But and through this process, the sharing their products, we've created a business process for us. So Americans, we like sugar. We just went through one of America's favorite holidays, Halloween, and I see in the little basket here, we're handing out Halloween candy. Most of these things were in there. It kind of depresses me every Halloween because we're handing out candy to little boys and girls as they come trick or treating, and the candy and sugar leads to many diseases such as cancer and diabetes and inflammation, arthritis, obesity, and many more. Dana's got a slide or a presentation or a Facebook post that shows about 140 diseases and problems that are caused by sugar. Symptoms of toxic sugar, one of the big ones is obesity and diabetes. I'm going to kind of hit both those. Today, you may not know, but today is World Diabetes Day, November 14th. If you're out on Facebook or on other social media, you'll see people asking everyone to wear blue today. That's why I had a blue shirt and I had blue pants. I wore a blue jacket today in kind of recognition of, World Diabetes Day. It's showing 104 million people in the United States, including pre-diabetics, diabetes. Obesity, 97 million. And that's growing every day, and that's adults only. I mean, all you have to do is go to, Walmart or one of these other, grocery stores and look at what's in the shopping carts of most of these people. It's sodas, 2 liters of Coke. People aren't buying cans of Coke anymore; they're buying 2 liters of Coke. And the juices that people have in their carts that they're giving their kids. So it's leading to, not just adult obesity, we've got childhood obesity and insomnia here. 20% of Americans, I suffer from insomnia because I stay up at night thinking about this Ludaxx opportunity, but that's just me. Hypertension, 30% of Americans suffer from it. Let's move on. As I said, today's World Diabetes Day, but if we talked about 1985, 30 million people. I mean, when you talk about 30 million, to me, 30 million seems like a huge number. I mean, imagine if you had $30 million. I think you'd think that was a lot of money. I mean, we talk 30 million people. We really don't think it's a lot of people. Now we go into 2010, and there's 346 million people, and that's not even an up-to-date number. That's only up to 2010. I couldn't imagine what the number is now. I mean, when the numbers come out for 2012, I think we're going to be really, really surprised. So, I mean, imagine if you had $346 million. You probably wouldn't be on this presentation, I know. Sorry. Next. If we go back into the 1820s, look how little sugar the United States consumed per day. it's very, very little. And if we go all the way up to where we are at present, this chart doesn't even go that far, but a future slide will tell us how much sugar we're consuming in a year. But look at it going up. And if we were to add, when we get the new statistics and we can fill in this chart, it's going to continue to go straight up because they're adding sugar into all our products now. Yes, here we go. Sugar consumption. There's a couple different statistics out there, but we'll use a lower one so no one says we exaggerate this. But, I mean, 130 pounds of sugar, the average American. Now, that's average. It was really funny tonight. I knew I was doing this presentation. It was probably, I guess it was probably nerves. I was having a hunger attack. I was dying. I was looking for something to eat in the house. The only thing I could find, there was no cookies because I've tried to get rid of sugars out of my house. So there's no cookies. There was nothing really, really munchy. So I had some nice chili dark chocolate that I had to have. So that was helping me contribute to the 130 pounds of sugar I'm going to eat this year. Because if I don't eat it, someone else I think is going to eat it. But and the sugary drinks, I mean, all you have to do is go into the supermarket. I was at a location the other day picking something up that'll be in Florida probably tomorrow. Dana, you might see. They were drinking the ladies behind the counter were drinking kids' juice boxes, and I said, I asked her, I said, do you have any idea how much sugar's in that juice box? The young girl said, I have no idea. I just know it tastes good. I said, well, do you mind if I take a look at it for you? She says, no, not at all. So I put my finger over it. I said, how many grams of sugar do you think's in it? She says, I don't know, about 6 or 7. I said, no. A friend was sitting there, had the same juice box. I said, how many do you think? She says, probably about 12. Little to their knowledge, there was 22 grams in this 6.75 ounce container juice box that they were drinking. So needless to say, we left business cards and samples with them. But, as this slide says, that we're getting a lot of our sugar from the drinks we consume every day. So if you're not consuming water every day, you're probably consuming sugar, especially Coke. There's a slide that we remember when McDonald's first started serving large Cokes. It was in a 7-ounce container. Now their large Cokes, I believe, are 32-ounce containers. So, I mean, would you ever think about opening up 22 packs of sugar and putting in a glass and then drinking it? I don't think so. I know I wouldn't. But many people every single day are doing that, actually more than 22 packs, because that, I believe, the 22 packs, if I remember correct, is for a 12-ounce can. And now they're selling 20-ounce bottles with 65 grams of sugar in every bottle. Okay. So 60, there it is, 65 grams in every 20-ounce bottle. So you have to figure you're going to have to take 7 F21 sugar blockers to block the sugar that's in one bottle of Coke. I know some of the people that I see names on this call, I think may have been consuming 2 or 3 bottles of this every single day, and that was before they knew what F21 and Ludaxx was. So just add up how much sugar they were consuming every day, and they had no ability to block that sugar. 1.7 billion Cokes are served daily worldwide, and that's just Cokes. There's 3,500 other Coke products out there. So Coca-Cola is a large consumer of sugar. Also, this is normally Troy's slide, but I'm not a cereal guy, but here's the 10 worst cereals on the market for sugar. Many of you probably have these in your houses if you check the cabinets. I mean, when I was a kid, I grew up on Captain Crunch. I was a Captain Crunch kid. Didn't have anything to do with my father was a captain, but that's okay. So if your kids are eating these type of cereals, these sugary cereals, you just got to give them F21. Well, it's a pretty good problem to have. Is all the national coverage we've been getting lately about sugar problems. One of the ones I follow a lot is Dr. Oz, and Dr. Oz, many women, don't want to be prejudiced, but many women sit every afternoon or every morning, depending on what part of the country they are, watching Dr. Oz and watch what he says. And he stated that the number one thing that you should take out of your diet is sugar to be healthy. And all you have to do is Google. Google toxic sugar. Google sugar bad, and you'll see it come up everywhere. 60 Minutes so far has run their toxic sugar program so far twice this year. All you have to do is YouTube video. There's lots and lots of them out there. So you use these resources that are out there to show people. The 60 Minutes was Dr. Robert Luskin. He's done it, lots and lots of research over the years about the sugar. In the 70s, the food manufacturers thought the problem with heart disease was from fat, so they reduced the amount of fat they had in the foods by 30 to 40%. But when they did that, the taste left, and it was like eating cardboard. So what did they have to do so to get Americans to eat their food again? They wound up putting sugar in it. So when they did that, obesity is increased 10 to 62%. And not only that, if you follow the charts, you can see major disease has also been on the rise. So I gave away this slide already that Dr. Oz says the number one thing he wants out of the house is sugar. How do we do that? I mean, how? There's a couple ways. You can eat healthy and eat less sugar by eating fruits and vegetables. Yes, there is sugar in fruits, but that sugar isn't bad for you like the sugar that's in sodas. It actually contains fiber also. So I'm not a doctor or a nurse. We have nurses and doctors that can tell us about this, but I don't normally have time to eat these foods all the time. I'm on the go. I've got four children. Dana's got 6. I work several jobs. I try to keep up with the kids. I coach girls basketball. So I'm on the go all the time. I don't have time always to eat healthy. So, exercise more. Yeah, Jamie. I don't know if she's on the call today, but Jamie, she works out 7, 8, 9 days a week. Yeah, she exercises more. But then when she's exercised, does that actually get the sugar toxins out of her body? I don't think so. You could do another challenge. There's a lot of challenges out there, 60, 84, 90, 100-day challenges. There's a lot of them out there. You could do that. Some people say they've never done a challenge, but I mean, how many people have taken New Year's Day resolutions? That's kind of a challenge, isn't it? How many people out there have given up on their New Year's resolutions, normally in the first month? I know many people that are in the fitness business, and they tell us that the very busiest month of the entire year is January. It's because of New Year's resolutions. One of the slowest months of the year of the fitness industry is February, because all the people that have quit. And that's what you do after the challenge is over. You go out and celebrate that you made it through the 84-day challenge. You go celebrate and go have a big meal, and then what are you going to do? Fall back to your old ways? Well, you don't have to with our products. And now that we get our products, I'm going to throw this back to Dana, because she's got a special guest to bring on to talk about our products. So, Dana, back to you.
Wow, Jeff, that was awesome. Everybody give Jeff a big Lulu. That was his very first webinar. And I know everybody doesn't understand that webinars aren't as easy as you think they are, because you get no feedback. You don't get to see people's facial expressions. You don't get to hear anything. When you try to make a joke, you don't get to hear a little laugh. So it's not as easy as everybody thinks. It's kind of like just talking to a wall. And so everybody give it up for Jeff. That was his first time. I'm super proud of him. I'm super blessed and very humbled to be working with him. I just love Jeff. I love his beautiful daughter, Brittany, that I got to know this weekend in California. I'm going to get her on a webinar soon. She's 20 years old and amazing. She's an LPN, about to be an RN, full of knowledge. So now I want to bring on another Crown Diamond, Nolan Myers. Troy and I joke with him. We call him Sid the Science Kid. And we call him that because he is just a ball. I can't even explain to you the knowledge that he has and the research he has done on cancer, the effects of sugar in the body. When you get your, alkalinity levels off your body. And it's just totally over my head. I told you guys before, I'm not that smart. But I think you will absolutely be impressed with the knowledge that he's going to bring you. You're definitely going to learn something new. So Nolan, are you there? Also, let me tell you what a team player he is. He comes to every single meeting, of course, that he can, which is almost every one. It doesn't matter if it's under him, somebody else's team. If people ask him to come and share the research he's done and share what he knows, he's always there for everyone. A 100% team player. He's just like Jeff, another person that we are definitely blessed to have. So let's see if he's there yet. Nolan, are you there?
Yeah, I am here. But if I can, if it's cool, because this is my first one, I want to do a little roll call here with the people that I got in the room. So if y'all give me a second here, I'm gonna get my team here to do a roll call.
Yeah, you do what you do.
Yeah. Lewis Murray on the webinar, Jacksonville, Florida.
Jay Rizzo right here too, Jacksonville.
Jerry McNeil here in Jacksonville on the webinar.
And Jane McNeil in Jayville.
Yeah, I got my support group here, and
that's like an entourage. The Science Kid has an entourage.
we picked our business partners well, and I think everybody needs to remember that you're picking business partners when you're going in it's for business. You need to pick the ones that you want to work with, and I definitely have enjoyed working with all of these guys. That's for sure. But I want to say one other thing before I get started. I want to shout out to somebody else who's on the line here that's in from my hometown. I'll just call her C-Ball. She knows who she is. And I just want to tell you, because this applies to you and this applies to everybody else who's listening, this is yours to lose. This slice of the pie, it's here for the taking, and it ain't going to be around forever. And it's here. It's yours to lose, period. There's no other way around it. And just pull the trigger and get involved. And with that being said, I'm going to talk to you about the first product, our flagship product, which is the F21. It's an all-natural sugar blocker. It's super, super simple. And, I promised Dana that I would be compliant with what I talk about regarding cancer, because I'm real spiteful against this disease, because there's so much disinformation regarding it, and a lot of prevention has to do with information. And in the age of information, if you ignorance is a choice. So that being said, I want to talk about sugar. Sugar is real simple. It's glucose and fructose. Glucose, when it comes to cancer, glucose feeds cells, and cells convert glucose into energy. Well, cancer eats 15 times more glucose than a healthy cell. And when cancer eats glucose, it produces nothing. That starts a chain reaction in your body. Pretty much everybody's got it. Everybody's got the potential to develop cancer, and your immune system keeps it in balance, and sugar destroys your immune system. So, I'm not out here saying that F21 is a cure-all for cancer. It doesn't. F21 doesn't cure anything. That's not what it's for. F21 blocks sugar. It blocks glucose. So if I tell you that one tablet blocks 10 grams of sugar, that's 10 grams of glucose that cancer is not going to eat, period. So, you have the potential to block up to 10 grams with one tablet. I generally take, 3 to 4 tablets with every meal. You can generally see about 20 to 30, even 40 grams of sugar with stuff that you don't even think is a sugary snack. It's pretty unbelievable. But this product, what it does is when you chew it up prior to your meal, and time's important. One of our other teammates, Shannon Paradise, she's told me a couple times about the time frames and how much more effective it can be regarding, the time you take it. I tell everybody around 15 minutes before your meal, because what you're doing is you're telling your brain that you're eating sugar, and your brain says, all right, well, it's time to do my job. And it creates this enzyme in your body that's natural. It's called sucrase, and it splits sugar into its toxic form. You can't even digest it until you break it down, until sucrase splits it. So all we're doing is chewing up a tablet of natural sugar that's telling your brain it's sugar time. Let's get this enzyme pumping, and it pumps out this sucrase enzyme, and the L-arabinose are just magnetized to sugar, or excuse me, to the enzyme. So it literally soaks up this enzyme so that when you do 15 minutes later eat your trigger, the production is not replenished enough, and it literally, the sugar just passes right through. There's no enzyme there to split it. And you go on, you go on a cycle. It's an 8-hour cycle. You have the most production during the beginning part of the day. That's when you're going to eat your biggest meal. So you probably would benefit from taking an extra tablet at breakfast versus lunch and dinner. So F21, it doesn't cure anything. It blocks sugar. That's what it does. So I can tell you, F21 blocks sugar. Cancer eats 16 times more sugar than a healthy cell. And basically, everyone already has it. And when it comes to prevention, basically just don't feed it. Don't cause an environment in your body that creates cancer. If you are eating something, literally 1 tablespoon of sugar will suppress your immune system. Your white blood cells will do nothing from a peak of about 2 hours to as much as 5 hours from 1 tablespoon of sugar. So if you're drinking 3 or 4 cans of Coke a day, and they've got 20, 30 grams of sugar per can, you're thinking you're not getting 1 tablespoon of sugar, you're getting more like 10, for 1 can of soda. And, everybody knows we got flu season coming up. Everybody's, going to get sick. Everybody's going to be in their office coughing and sneezing and spreading around whatever they got. And you think about that when you're on your second Coke for the day, and it only takes 1 tablespoon to make your immune system inert for up to 5 hours. That is unbelievable. And most people just don't even know anything about what sugar does to their body. And literally 5 minutes of research on your part will save your life with information. Again, in this age, information, if you choose to just ignore it, that's on you. So that being said, F21 doesn't cure diseases. It just suppresses the translation of sugar. And that is an understatement. I mean, if you understand that a sugar is conducive to next to 150, if not more, I think it's actually 152 was the list I got yesterday. I've heard as low as 147, as high as 152. That's unbelievable that one toxin can do that much to your body in so many different ways, and we can stop that one toxin. That's pretty significant. So just wrap your brain around something that simple. The next product that I want to talk about is the Pearl. This is I see I'm going to make everybody have to flip through these slides real quick. The Pearl is another really amazing product. When I first got involved in this company, my attention was mainly focused on the F21 because it was something so simple and so many people could understand it. And I'd already done a bunch of research, on the individual ingredients. That's what I tell people. Don't look at the bottle. Don't look at that name. Go look at the 3 ingredients in there. It's not like you have to look up 50. There's only 3 in the bottle. It's L-arabinose, polysaccharide crestin, and the cognac mannan, and they've all been researched to death. I mean, literally, if you go to Wikipedia and you type in polysaccharide crestin, which is in the F21 and the Pearl, Wikipedia will tell you right at the top of the banner that the Chinese government covers this under their medical insurance to fight cancer. And then it goes on to tell you the 5 different ways that it stops tumor growth. I mean, this is a product that's been in the pharmacopoeia since 2nd century BC. Is this polysaccharide crestin, this Ganoderma. The Pearl it's an amazing product. Now, with the Pearl, I like to talk about this in real simple terms so people can understand, because the most powerful thing about this product is, in my opinion, is that it's an antioxidant. And to really understand that, to understand what an antioxidant does, you got to think about aging and anti-aging and the effects of oxidation process on your body. So the best way I can convey that is to compare it to an apple. You cut an apple right down the middle and you expose one side to the air and immediately it will deteriorate. That's the oxidation process happening right in front of you. That's you. You are that apple. Every single day you cause a process that your molecules in your body, they fling off electrons, and they have to maintain that covalent bond, so they steal it from another source. Well, that's another chain reaction in your body. So basically what you do is you put something in your body that replenishes that source. So, saying that you're the apple, you're one side of this apple that's rotting away. If you take that other side of the apple and you add an antioxidant to it, and I had this discussion with Jimmy Lou at the very first conference here in Jacksonville. And I said, this is the example that I tell people. I tell them to dip it in lemon juice and it won't oxidize. And he said, yeah, that's it. It's the vitamin C. It's an antioxidant. That's what stops the process. It gives the oxidation process some way to quench itself. Well, that's what this tablet does. This pearl it's got 4 of the 6, I think it's 4 of the 6 medicinal Ganoderma mushrooms. And there's like 2,000 different types. Only 6 of them are medicinal, and more than half of them are in this product. But what it does is it puts something in your body to quench that process. Now, there's all kinds of products out there that that go on about antioxidants, and probably one of the ones that I've seen that was pretty much a household name, everybody's heard of it, was I've heard anywhere from 1,200 all the way up to 1,800 on the ORAC scale as far as its antioxidant value. Now, and the reality is that's nothing compared to the Pearl, because the Pearl's 15,000 for one tablet. That's one tablet. I take like 4 of these a day, and literally, I mean, when this was first discovered, it was considered the key to immortality, so much so that it was banned for anybody else to own Ganoderma. If you found it, you were set up because you brought it to the palace and they took care of you, but nobody else was allowed to own this because the emperor thought he was going to keep him alive forever because of the health benefits. But this as an antioxidant is something to put in your body to replenish your organs, your health, and just to stop that aging process, that oxidation process there. I don't know of anything out there that I've ever read about that's better than this product. And that being said, the last thing I want to talk to you about is the Conley tea. I know when it comes to cancer, there are therapies that involve high-potency nutrition to empower your immune system. Like I said, everybody's got cancer. It's a pleomorphic microorganism that will transform into cancer if you give it the right environment. And we're trying to deprive it of its environment, of a way to breed that environment. So with this type of process, they take a high nutrient diet and inundate your body with nutrients and empower your immune system so it's free to destroy the things in your body that are not supposed to be there, and to reset that balance. Well, when you're doing that, now that you're doing that with this process, you're doing it with, you're cleaning up your blood by blocking sugar, you're nourishing your organs with the Pearl, and now that you've empowered your immune system, it cannot keep up. Now, what happens is anything that you're destroying in your blood system, it's going to dump it in the trash can, and you got to clean that out. This tea is a 2-process tea. It's a cleansing tea, and it's a nourishing tea. Now, if you go, I can't even begin to tell you all of the things that the individual ingredients of this product do, but the best way to hear what I'm saying about this is to go to the website, pull your cursor over the ingredients, and at each ingredient, it'll come up and tell you the cornucopia of medical benefits of each one of these herbs that's in here. But literally, it continues the process now that you're empowering your immune system by cutting out something that literally destroys it. You're going to nourish your organs, but with your second process, which is with the Pearl. Nourish your body, stop that aging process, and then cleanse all that stuff out now that your immune system is empowered, it's freed up to do what it was designed to do, what your immune system was created to do, which was to keep you alive on this planet. And everything we eat, everything we breathe, and the reality of our environment is what kills us every single day, and we don't even know it's happening. So, with that being said, I'm going to yield the rest of my time to our next speaker. I don't know who's doing the comp plan, but whether it's Dana or Troy, I want to say thank you for inviting me out here. I know I'm probably scare a lot of people when I start talking because I'm mildly abrasive, but I want to say thank you. I appreciate it, and my team appreciates everything that you guys have done to put us where we're at. So I'm going to go ahead and mute my phone, and Dana, you take over from here. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Nolan. Well, how awesome was that? That was only his short version, too, guys. I mean, you can't even imagine what he does when we let him for 30 or 45 minutes. I mean, it will just absolutely blow you away. It's unbelievable. I wish that we could just take his head and put it on everybody so you could understand what he understands and the importance of this. Now, I do. Of course, while everybody was talking, my computer is completely froze up. So being the team player that Jeff is, while I'm trying to come back, get it restarted, I just don't know what's wrong with it. maybe you could change those slides for me, Jess, do you think? I'm just hoping that you're going to say yes while I'm doing this. But I never do the compensation plan. Seriously, I have done this, gosh, I don't even know, 5 times tops. I don't even know if that's an accurate number. It might even be less than that. Troy always talks about the money. I'm a product person. That's what I usually talk about because he is so exciting and he knows how to fire people up and he knows how to break down the numbers and make people really understand how the compensation plan works and how to work it to your benefit. So guys, I'll do the best that I can, especially without even being able to get on to these slides. I don't know who just said that.
No, there's Nolan. I got somebody here that I know is really, really good at the comp plan if you want to, but that's up to you.
Did you just fire me from my own webinar?
No, not at all. Not at all. I thought it sounded like you were looking for somebody to do it. I got Lewis Murray here. I was going to say, man, I'll put my man on the job, but no, not you go ahead.
No. You know what? Let's put him on the phone. Let's get Lewis. Let me introduce him while my computer is coming down. I was actually just kind of buying myself some time while I was restarting my computer, but whatever. Lewis Murray is a Crown Double Diamond. He, I don't even know how to put Lewis into words. He is like on fire constantly. There is no, it's zero. It's not even a zero. He is 100% all the time. He's always on go. He's always ready for whatever we have for him, whether it's a meeting, whether it's a call, whether it's a party. I mean, it doesn't matter whether it's flying out to California last minute. We're like, hey, Lewis, you and Joy should go with this. I mean, he's just always up for everything. There's only, I think, 4 Crown Double Diamonds right now in the company. He is one of them. He was the first one on our team. We're so proud to have such a hard worker like Lewis Murray and his beautiful fiancee, Joy, who we haven't really got talking yet too much, even though she's really good at it, and I wish she would do a little bit more. But Lewis, if you're there, I would love for you to join us on our webinar tonight since you have the whole entourage there, and go ahead and run through this for us. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it. Nolan just put me on Front Street, so we'll go ahead and do it. I've never really done it since y'all changed the slideshow, but that ain't going to be no big deal.
I'm just going to tell you, it's hard to do a webinar. That's a good reason to have entourage because now you have people looking at you. It's not like talking to yourself.
It make it normal. Then I won't feel like such a weirdo sitting in my closet in here doing it, scared for people to hear me.
Well, I'm going to mute myself, everybody. This is Lewis's first time, so go ahead and give him a Lulu down there in that chat bar.
Lulu in the chat bar. We're moving up in the world here in the business of Ludaxx. But yeah, I can go ahead and roll out this comp plan. And basically, you know, I'm a business owner, always have been. And to be able to come in and start a business as with Ludaxx, I mean, $80, $500, $1,000, and you're in business for yourself. And you are in business. You have a product, and you know, and you were able to speak and communicate, and you just go around and tell people about your product. I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it. And it's a lot easier to do a business like that and get a business started on such a, you know, little bit of investment. Timber industry, it's $25,000 a week to pay the bills when I was in it. The tire store, I got to have $100,000 in inventory and tires, trucks, headaches, employees, customers. It's just a nightmare. And to be able to get involved with a business model like this that is proven, and for the first time ever, we actually have a product. It's not a 2-year roll of tinfoil. It's not a juice I'm going to give you and convince that you're feeling something. You know, I actually have something that people want. Even if there wasn't a business side that I'm about to explain the best that I can, I could go out and make millions of dollars with this product just on what the product does. So that was strong to me, and especially I already know how these business model lays out from successful people in this industry. So that's why me and my team we started rolling with it like the way we are, because it does work. It's a proven business model. We've done it together, and we're all making money and moving through the ranks relatively fast, and it's because we're doing it as a team. And the biggest thing, in my opinion, is that it is a sugar blocker. You know, everybody understands sugar. We're the only ones with it, and a lot of people understand sugar's killing them. So it's kind of getting us there. But the first way, you know, we get paid is
selling bottles. You know, the retail price is $70, you buy at $50, you know, you make $20 profit. You know, that's good if you own a business where you come in contact with a lot of customers throughout the day. But, you know, ultimately our goal is to teach everyone how to move thousands of bottles. You know, $20 profit's good, but, you know, moving thousands each week's even better. So that's just the first way we get paid. The second way, and this is huge, this is what a lot of people have never seen in other network marketing, these kind of business models, is a fast track bonus. I mean, this puts money in your pocket today on Friday, because we know that if I could tell you these tablets could save your life and people still wouldn't take them, but if they're making $50, $100, $200 extra dollars a week in the beginning, they're not going to stop. They're going to continue taking these tablets because they're going to continue making money and getting their product free. And, you know, Ludaxx has this amazing comp plan because the Lus are such nice people and are just about the people. And that's why we have this comp plan as strong as it is. And basically you get 20%. Anybody you put in the business, you get 20% of their initial order. So they come in Emerald, that's $1,000. $1,000, you get 20% of that. That's $200. So if you come in on the $1,000 package, which is 20 bottles, you go out and find 5 emeralds, but you done made your initial investment back. And you have 20 bottles of product to sell and sample out, which is going to grow your business. So, I mean, that's what I did. That's what we teach everyone on our team. That's what we all do to get the money back in our pocket. And then we did it again and started bringing in money, you know, and it gets even better where, you know, you get 20% on whoever you sponsor's initial order, but then it goes down even better and you get 10% of anybody they sponsor. You know, so for instance, I've been in the business. Let's say Nolan got in the business, he sponsored 20 people. He made 20% off those first 20 people initial orders. Well, those 20 people, then they go out and they sponsor 30 people. Well, out of those 30 people, Nolan made 10% of those 30 people's orders. Okay, and now if those 30 people go out and they sign up, say 20 people, he makes 5% of those 20 people, which those are low numbers because they always grow. And it goes down all the way 4 generations deep. So I got people on my 4th level. There's a guy named Eric Bush. He just went Crown Diamond. He's on my 4th level. I've been getting 5% of those initial orders. The same people's on the level as Eric Bush that came in my business 2 months. 2 months after I was in this business, we're already rocking and rolling, as Troy likes to say, and I'm still getting 5% of someone's initial order. Now, that's huge. I mean, this has literally put money in our banks. And it's mind-blowing, and that is strong. That's what no one's ever seen that, and a lot of people are running over just because of that. And the third way we get paid is the fast track bonus pool. And you go out, you know, we teach a business model of get 3 people. We teach those people to get 3, each one of those to get 3 people. And that's one way you get in that pool. And the second way you get in that pool is a point system. You know, you can come in at the basic level, $80, it's 1 point. The Ruby package of $500 at 2 points. And the Emerald package, sometimes in it's 3 points. If you get a total of 12 points within that month, that's the second way to get in that pool. So you got 2 ways, you know, get 3, help them get 3. That's one way to get into the pool. The second way is the point system. Get 12 points and you get in that pool. And there's no limit to how many times you can get in this pool a month. I mean, there's guys out in San Bernardino, Lauren got in it 6 times. We thought we were doing something around here because a couple of us got in it 3 times each. You know, and that pool was paying $450 a share. So we had guys getting, you know, about $1,360. And then here Lauren gets in it 6 times. So it's endless. And, you know, at Murray Tire, you get paid my way. And there's no bonuses each week or every month. You get 1 bonus that's on Christmas. That's what we decide we're going to give you. You know, this you get it every month. And this is just one of many still to come up. We're only on step 3. You know, so it's amazing. And then what do we got here? Fast Start, 3%, Crown Triple Diamond Leader Pool. This right here is just why everyone's shooting for Crown Triple Diamond, because, you know, your residual money just kind of explodes because we teach a 3x7 matrix, holds between, you know, 3,000 and 3,600 people. If you had 3,000, 3,600 people around there, you know, your guesstimate numbers, and they were all on $100 auto ship, for these products, you're looking between $17,000 and $22,000 a month just on the 3x7 matrix. So when you hit Crown Triple, you get 3% from 7 levels down. And here in this business, as early as we are, there's going to be hundreds and thousands of levels underneath you, and you're going to get 3% for infinity. Like they say, it's like that guy on the screen carrying out that big bag of money. That's what we're going to look like running around Oakleaf here come next month. And the fifth way you get paid is the 5% residual. You know, this is ultimately what I'm working for. The Fast Start money's been great. It's allowed me to do all kinds of growth with my business. But this 5%, that's what we're all after. You know, that's the residual money on people's auto ship orders. And that's huge. Some people can't understand working a day to get paid later. But, you know, wealthy people and rich people, they understand that. And that's why they're wealthy and rich. And, you know, that's why I'm starting to understand work today, get paid later. Because I've seen it happen with a lesser product, a horrible comp plan, and with 50,000 people already in a business. You know, here we are with a product that everybody needs, the most amazing comp plan we've seen, and there's not even 1,700 people in this business. So that's huge right there. We're going to fill these matrices up by the time we all get on this cruise and launch. And the 6 way, the generation bonus, 3%. That's the unit level. I'm sorry, I might have spoken. No, is this the triple diamond bonus or is this the 3% residual? I don't know if this is the 3% residual or I'm sorry, I haven't seen this slide. They've changed it on me.
We're tricking him. You're being punked.
Right. I'm trying to read the screen and talk. So this isn't the new bonus, the lifestyle, the 1,000, 2,000, and 3,000. This is the 3% for infinity slide, correct?
Yeah, the one you just passed, that 3% is actually a new way we're getting paid. We haven't really gone over it a whole lot, but what it is they take all the fast tracks. That means everybody that comes in at Emerald, everybody that comes in at Ruby, and they take 3% of that and put it all into a pool. So last month, I think it was $250,000 in fast tracks that the company did. So they take 3% of that $250,000 and split that up between the Crown Triple Diamonds. Last month, there was 3 of them. So I'm not good in math. This is where Troy comes in on the comp plan.
That's what confused me. It used to be later. This was used to be before.
Yeah, sorry.
Like I said, I haven't seen this.
You're awesome. You're doing good. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's the 3% that I explained earlier. The 7%, this is the lifestyle bonus. This is, you know, another bonus. Like I said, there ain't no bonuses in any job I've ever had, and there's none for my employees, except the ones sitting in the room with me right here. We're all getting bonuses, yes. You get Crown Triple Diamond 3 consecutive months in a row. It's an extra $1,000 a month. Each month, every month, it's another $1,000 to throw on top of everything else they're giving us. When you reach the next rank, it doubles. It goes to 2,000. As you continue up in the ranks, there seems to be the case in this. It's growing so fast. I gave myself 6 months to become Crown Diamond, did it in 6 weeks, and now here I am sitting at Double Diamond and don't even know how I got here. So you definitely go through these ranks a lot faster than we expected. So Crown Triple is 1,000. Next rank is 2,000. With a Gold Crown Triple Diamond, $4,000 a month. I mean, people can quit their jobs just off that bonus, $4,000 a month. I mean, that's about $52,000 a year. You know, people can live good lives off that, travel and do their little vacations every year, just off that bonus a month. And, of course, what we're all shooting them for, all of us, platinum, you know, $8,000 a month. I mean, I know 3 families, me and both my neighbors, can live off that. Just that's a monthly bonus. So, I don't know. It's Ludaxx lifestyle. You got to love it. And the 8th way we get paid is the Crown Triple Diamond bonus pool. 1% of general unit level commissionable sales are reserved for this leadership bonus pool. Bonus is based on the resulting success of their downline. That's you get 1%. Just another bonus on top of everything. It's kind of amazing to get paid 8 ways. And it works. Power of 3, what we were talking about earlier, it starts with you. You know, you go out and you find 3 people and help each of those people find 3. And that's all you have to do is duplicate that system. Now, you're going to sponsor more than 3 people, of course. You know, you're going to end up in this sponsoring 10, 20, 50, but all you need is 3. If you go out and get those 3 people and help them get 3, if you just only sponsor 3 people, you can build this business into a multi-million, you know, hundreds of thousands, multi-million a year, depending on, you know, it's up to you how much work and time you want to put in it. But I know people that have gotten in this business on the $80 package, went and sponsored 3 emeralds, made $600 and got in at 80 and then upgraded. And I have people that's gotten this business that got in, had the right people put up under them, and have 80, 90 people under them that sponsor 2 and 3. So, I mean, the system works. And when you sponsor more than 3 people, you know what we do is we take our people we put in the business and we stick them underneath the people that are working, because it builds momentum. And that's why we're building 3. Because we're building teams and we're building momentum, and that's it works. You know, that's what Troy and Dana told us to do, and everything Troy and Dana have told us have been right this far. To dotting the I and crossing the T, what they told me was going to happen, I didn't believe them. So definitely get started. Your first 48 hours, identify your why. You know, my why is I want more time. You know, money's everything, but there's one thing you can't replace is time. You can't put a price on time. So being able to make enough residual money, work hard for 2 or 3 years to have residual income coming in, now I have my time. I can have my time to do what I want. I don't have to worry about going and running my tire store for 10 hours a day and then doing meetings and my kids and their school and motocross and wakeboarding. I plan on being able to do that all day, every day. So that's my why. You know, make a list of people. That's where it all starts. There's people that's made millions and millions of dollars in this industry, and the first thing they do when they get in Ludaxx is make a list. I don't care who they are. It's with a pen and a piece of paper. Make a list. And introduce product and opportunity, and that's the biggest thing right there I'm going to leave y'all with, is that's what my business grown so fast. I bought $1,000 worth of product, gave it away immediately in about 3 or 4 days, and they were calling. Never seen such quick return on anything, especially an all-natural health product. I cannot believe people were calling me within days, wanting more, signing up, wanting to get in, and we've duplicated that. It's a duplicatable business. And that's what you do, is you got to put the product in people's hand. You have to give them samples, because when they feel something, they want more. And they have a lot of, between Troy and Dana, you know, Jeff out there in Cape Cod, they do the conference calls, 3-way calls. They're just insane with it. So you couldn't really ask for a better opportunity or a better team to be part of, because they got all the systems in place and they all use them every day. So thanks for letting me be on the call. It's my first webinar. Sorry, I stumbled up a little bit, but I'm a lot better at talking than I am reading the computer screen.
Well, guys, what a fun night, right? We had 3 first-time webinar people, speakers on tonight, so that's pretty exciting. We're going to start having some more people, you know, just step up. We've got leaders popping up everywhere. We want people to learn the systems that we're putting in place so that you can teach your people. It's just exciting. Tomorrow we've got a 12:30 call, just like we do Friday and Saturday. I'm about to send out an email. We are going to have Troy is with JC and